in terms of trade negotiations. I mean, what do you make of this latest turn in the conversation? He's been heralding the fact that he's making progress with China, but now it seems like he's taking a step back.
It does. And remember that just a few days ago, John Bolton said that he's concerned that China is trying to interfere in our elections. So we now have one more leader that's trying to attack us, that President Trump is citing his strong bond with. He has said he has a great relationship with President Putin while we're under live attack by Russia. And then in his Twitter storm, or official statement, yesterday, he said China was responsible for what's wrong in North Korea, but then heralded the strong bond that he shares with President Xi Jinping.
Right. And getting to North Korea now, he's accusing China of interfering in the negotiations with North Korea. How big of a problem is that?
I think it's a big problem. Well, it's a bigger problem, Ryan, is that maximum pressure is off. It's
University for Working Adults.
Got an old couch? Doesn't fit couch? Welcome to Lovesac, home of the Sactional, the world's most adaptable couch that always fits every room and how you love to live. With hundreds of fabrics that wash right and fit tight, your Sactional can look forever new and change as your life does. A locking system so sturdy, your Sactional is always comfortable and guaranteed for life. Visit Lovesac.com to find your nearest showroom and see
Over my head again. If you have spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions,
call 1-800-216-BACK now for your free MRI review.
thanks to a less than 1-inch incision, you'll be up and walking within hours of surgery, so you can get back to your life in days instead of months.
I feel like Laser Spine Institute was an answer to prayer.
Join the thousands of people every year who say goodbye to chronic neck and back pain with Laser Spine Institute.
A short list. People with the qualifications I need, like 5 years experience. All saving me time that I get to put back into running my business. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Start your first job posting with free premium placement on Indeed.
When I graduated from Columbia Law School in 1959, not a law firm in the entire city of New York would employ me.
She captured for the male members of the court what it was like to be a second-class citizen.
Ruth knew what she was doing in laying the foundation. So help me God.
So help me God. Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time.
This is the era of digital possibility, when every connection is an opportunity to do more, to build a network of human progress. Anderson Cooper, 360, tonight at 8 Eastern on CNN.
And we're just minutes away from the next round. This is a live picture of the scene there in Phoenix where the ceremony is set to begin. Soon his family will arrive at the Arizona State Capitol and they will accompany his casket to the North Phoenix Baptist Church. 24 sitting senators and 4 former senators are expected to attend services there. Former Vice President Joe Biden and Arizona Cardinals player Larry Fitzgerald will be among the speakers. Then Senator McCain will leave Arizona for the last time. Tomorrow he will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol, and Saturday there will be a memorial service at the Washington National Cathedral. CNN has learned that McCain's 106-year-old mother, Roberta, is expected to attend the services in Washington and at the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. McCain will be laid to rest there Sunday in a private ceremony. And thank you so much for joining me today. Our special coverage of Senator John McCain's memorial service with Wolf Blitzer and Dana Bash starts right now.
You're looking at live pictures of the Arizona State Capitol. I'm Wolf Blitzer, and this is live CNN special coverage, a celebration of John McCain's life. You're looking also at live pictures right now. This is the hearse, the motorcade that will be taking the casket of Senator McCain. It will be escorted from the Capitol to a Phoenix church where his remains will be greeted by his family, his close friends, well-wishers, and nearly a quarter of the U.S. Senate. We have a team of reporters and experts standing by. We'll cover every minute of this very, very moving moment. Our chief political correspondent, Dana Bash is in Phoenix right now. She's at the church where this remarkable ceremony will happen over the next hour or so. Dana?
Yeah, Wolf, obviously it's been an emotional week already. McCain's family wept over his casket yesterday. The state's governor said Arizona without McCain is like picturing Arizona without the Grand Canyon. And today, here where we are at the North Phoenix Baptist Church, the pews will be packed with those who knew McCain for decades, including former Vice President Joe Biden. And McCain himself planned all of this. When McCain's casket leaves the church, the pallbearers will carry him out to Frank Sinatra's My Way. The song's words, fitting, of course, for a life like McCain, one that traveled down each and every highway, was marked by love and laughter and courage. And even in death, John McCain did it his way. Here in Arizona, with me, two people who covered John McCain on the campaign trail. With me, particularly in 2008, Maeve Reston and Jonathan Martin. And Maeve, we were talking about how it's fitting to have this kind of send-off first here in Arizona. Arizona, which was as much John McCain and his essence as Washington or the military.
Yeah, I mean, he always said before Arizona he didn't have a home because he had traveled as a Navy brat as a child. And he said that this was the place that enchanted and claimed him. And here at his church, a church he began attending with Cindy, it was just a really special place to him, and he wanted to honor the state that he loved so much.
And Jonathan, the fact that a quarter of the Senate, Democrats and Republicans, are traveling here to Arizona to be here for this church service says a lot.
Well, John McCain was a man of the Senate. He came to Washington first to the House in 1982, Dana, but then at his first chance, he came to the Senate to replace Barry Goldwater, speaking of Arizona legend.
Jonathan, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to say that we're seeing Cindy McCain walking outside there, getting ready for the motorcade, of course, with her children.
Jack and Jimmy.
On one arm, Jack McCain. On the other, Jimmy McCain, her two sons.
Army and Navy each.
Yeah.
Family has gathered. The casket will be brought from the hearse. The motorcade has now arrived at the church. So this is a moment that the family certainly will appreciate. This is going to be a very, very moving ceremony. Nick Watt is on the scene for us right now. Nick, tell our viewers what we can anticipate.
Well, as you say, Wolf, right now we are seeing the family waiting for the Arizona National Guard to carry that flag-draped casket out of the Arizona State Capitol into that hearse. Then the motorcade will move through the streets of Phoenix to that Baptist church in North Phoenix where the service will begin. Members of the public holding McCain signs lining this route right now. You know, he's been lying in state here since yesterday, and members of the public were standing in line for more than 3 hours waiting to file past and pay their respects. 21 people actually
out. And then he left and became a member of the National Guard. And there you see his friends, as you mentioned, from his platoon.
Although, remember on the campaign trail in 2008 how Cindy always had her phone out in the back of the bus when reporters were there talking to McCain in case Jimmy would call, always worried about him.
I remember. And of course, that was one son. His other son, Jack McCain, is right in the footsteps of his father, grandfather, great-grandfather, an officer in the U.S. Navy.
Essie Cup is with us. Essie, I know you're very close with Meghan McCain as you're watching this ceremony. Is only just beginning right now. The motorcade will leave the state capitol and head over to the North Phoenix Baptist Church. What goes through your mind?
Well, this is stirring. It's solemn. It's day 2. There are 3 more days of these kinds of incredible tributes and honors of a man who was important to this country, especially important to this state. Arizona is a very special place to McCain and to his family. If you've been to their ranch, it's nestled in this gorgeous valley on this beautiful river bend. It's impossible not to realize how touched Senator McCain was by the beauty of that place. And I know in his final months, weeks, days, spending time there with his family, with Megan, with Cindy, with his other kids in that beautiful valley was healing and gave them all great peace.
There's going to be at least a couple dozen U.S. senators who will be attending this ceremony over at the North Phoenix Baptist Church, David Axelrod, and almost half of them will be Democrats.
Yes, well, this is why we so mourn John McCain, because he was, as Jonathan Martin said, a man of the Senate, and he believed in the institution, and as firm as he was in his views, he was someone who always reached across the aisle. He had deep friendships with people across the aisle. Ted Kennedy was one of his great friends, and you hear really reverential stories from people on both sides of the aisle about McCain. He was truly an iconic figure in the Senate, and I think particularly at this fraught time, there's a sense of real loss in the country because of him.
His nickname as the Maverick clearly takes on a significance right now. Right now, the McCain family in the senator's casket, they will be, in fact, they are right now making their way from the state capitol to the church. The former U.S. Vice President, Joe Biden, he's already there. He will pay his tribute to his very, very close friend. Our CNN special coverage will continue in just minutes.
You wouldn't accept an incomplete job from anyone else. Why accept it from your allergy pills? Flonase Sensimus relieves your worst symptoms, including nasal congestion, which most pills don't. It helps block 6 key inflammatory substances. Most pills block 1. Flonase Sensimus.
Feel the compulsion. New Shine Compulsion from Maybelline, New York. Hydrating oil and lipstick. Color so saturated, shine so irresistible. Feel the compulsion. Maybelline's New Shine Compulsion. Only from Maybelline, New York.
Everybody want to make a toast? The family and to my son. Rick, I owe all this to you. Redemption. That's fragile. Family. I don't want it to come apart. Let's not break this, Rick.
Jimmy's gotten used to his holding smelling like sweaty odors. Yep, he's gone nose blind. He thinks it smells fine, but his mom smells this. Luckily for all your hard-to-wash fabrics, there's Febreze Fabric Refresher. Febreze doesn't just mask, it eliminates odors you've gone nose blind to. And try Febreze Unstoppables for fabric. With up to twice the fresh scent power, you'll want to try it again, and maybe just one more time. Indulge in irresistible freshness. Febreze Unstoppables. Breathe happy.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. For the past 5 years, I've spoken with hundreds of families and visited senior care communities around the country. And I've got to tell you, today's senior living communities are better than ever. These days, there are amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. There is never any cost to you. Senior living has never been better, and there's never been an easier way to get great advice. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family. We know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Shopping for our home on Wayfair is so easy. They should make a jingle. Wayfair, you make home shopping easy.
Wait, this sounds familiar.
These new tools make my shopping a breeze. I can plan my room while I'm falling asleep.
How about Wayfair? You got just what I need.
No, it's not good.
Sounds pretty good.
Discover easier home shopping at Wayfair, where it's find and unwind. Wayfair, you've got just what I need.
Attention, do you have Medicare? Do you want to make sure you have more benefits and lower